Come here, chicken. Come here, buddy. Come here. Nice. Are you a nice chicken? Are you a nice chicken? Nice chicken.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. I am in the airport in Victoria, BC, getting ready to head with a bunch of my friends to California for 5 days. We're going with a group of 9 of the cream of the crop teenagers that I work with. We're going to a leadership conference. Can't wait. So we're about to go through security, jump on an airplane, we'll head to Seattle, then we'll head to LA. So when I talk to you next, we should be in LA. And just like that, we're in California. One of the reasons that I love bringing students to this leadership conference down here in California for just a few days as summer begins is it gives me focused time to invest into their potential. It exposes them to some of the best teaching and some of the best practical leadership training that I think they can find in North America. The conference is full of people who are interested in pouring into the lives of teenagers who have an ability, a gifting, an influence about them towards leadership. Some of these teens don't even realize they have this gifting and this leadership potential, but others have seen it. And so they say, you need to go to this. We want to invest in you. We want to sharpen your leadership edge, and we want to do it in a particular way. We want to do it with a tilt towards serving others, leading them through serving them. It's this idea of leadership that's informed by the person of Jesus. And Jesus' leadership style had this heart to it that put others first. It was a leadership style that was all about giving rather than getting, about humbling himself and pouring into others for the sake of their betterment rather than leveraging others for the sake of my benefit. So this is an awesome opportunity for us to say to them that you're onto something here, and we want to stoke the fire of leadership, because we believe that when you speak, others listen. We believe that when you move, others will follow. And we believe that when you set your eyes on God as the author and perfecter of your faith and your life and follow His direction and obedience, that He's going to take you and those behind you who are following to better places than you could ever hope for or imagine you being. We want to focus on these students this week, and that's why I love bringing them to this leadership conference. My new friend Audrey. Where are you from?
I am from Lodi.
Lodi, which is in California. And she just spent a whole bunch of time telling me all about things that are going on in her life, what she's doing for school, and some of the things she's learning at the conference. And yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
so good to meet you. Have fun.
Yes, it's nice to meet you.
All right, see you.
Bye.
So great lunchtime, headed back in for another session, and I don't know what we're up to tonight, but it'll be good whatever it is, and I'll check in on it. So one of the things we get to do tonight is have a sneak peek at a movie that's coming out October 31st or something like that in the fall. It's a movie called I'm Not Ashamed, and it's a story of Rachel Scott. She was killed in the Columbine shootings. Just a week later, there was a copycat shooting in the town of Tabor, just down the highway from where I lived. And as a youth worker, I was deeply involved in the follow-up of that, involved in helping to cover it on one of the local television channels as the news came in about a pastor's son who was killed in this copycat shooting. So this movie about Rachel Scott tonight called I'm Not Ashamed has got kind of a personal connection to me. Looking forward to seeing it. I hope to give you a little bit of a review of it when it's done.
I've always been drawn to hands. I think it's because it's the way that we touch people. I have this theory that if one person can go out of their way to show compassion, it could start a chain reaction. Compassion is the greatest form of love that humans have to offer. Test it out for yourself and see the difference that it can make in the lives around you. Tomorrow's not a promise, but it's a chance. You just might start a chain reaction.
So review of the show.
It was really like a strong message.
I went crying in the way home and in the hotel.
That was really.
That was powerful.
That was powerful.
Why was it so
Some powerful stuff.
I don't know. It was just because
It was such a strong message. Like it kind of like put everything in like. Yeah,
it was
that's
in
the
her
word.
point of view and. Go watch it.
Go watch.
Bring some tissues.
Well, I'm here with Ben, who is actually one of the actors at the movie that we saw last night. He played Nate on the movie. Tell us a little bit why you love the movie, why you said yes to it, what your hopes are for the show.
Well, one of the reasons I said yes to it was because the story is just so powerful. Like any actor, like they're looking for just a powerful story to tell. And for me as a Christian to tell a story like this, that's already so great, but it also has eternal impact, was huge for me.
Yeah.
And then not only being able to do that, but this is the first time I've ever acted as someone that actually existed. Like this is a real person that I was trying to represent.
True story.
Yeah, it really was a true story. And so like to dive into that and to not just read words on a page that the director or writer tells you to write, but to actually read his journals and the way that he talked and interacted with Rachel was huge for me. So for me, it was a life-changing experience because it really showed me like what it's like to live and to love like that, like not like dating, not as like boyfriend girlfriend, which are characters I've played like a million times, but like really an unconditional love relationship was huge, and to actually see it come on film like that was great.
Yeah. Fantastic. So it comes out October 21st, and yeah, go see it.
Please.
I'm Not Ashamed. It's great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
All right. Cool.